So, the TNA Homecoming pay-per-view will be held at the Asylum, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. That is the same place where the first TNA NWA show was held in 2002. Until 2004, they moved to Orlando. It actually marks the return of the Ultimate X match, so stay tuned for that. Give you some more updates about it, hopefully by December. And Ring of Honor will be having their Final Battle pay-per-view. That is the final pay-per-view of the year before we close out 2018. Bully Ray is scheduled to go up against Flip Gordon in an I Quit match. Cody versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor title. Young Bucks versus Briscoes versus Kazarian and Scorpio Sky in a ladder war, so that should be exciting. All held on December 14th, and more matches will be scheduled, so stay tuned for this one. Also, wanted to, before we get to the dream match of the day, I did want to leave this for the last part of the indie segment. Let's just say this. We know that our good buddy James Ellsworth has been the center of attention as of late.
Jesus.
He opened up his own promotion called ACW. It's called Adrenaline Championship Wrestling. This is scheduled, the event is actually going to be scheduled on December 29th, and now the show is canceled. Want to know why? Because wrestlers do not want to work for this event.
Now, can I ask you a question real quick, Eric?
Yeah.
What would you say the name of that show? What were the initials?
Adrenaline Championship Wrestling, ACW.
ACW. It probably should be renamed.
Don't say it's screwed up, man. Don't say it, man.
It should probably be changed to
Don't go there, bro.
MCW, right? Right? And why do you guys think it should be renamed MCW? Molester Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
And you want to know the name of the wrestlers who are going to work this event? The Sandman.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Gilbert.
Lord God, help us.
Joey Ryan.
Oh my God, these.
Joey Ryan makes sense, at least.
And Sonny. They are refusing to work.
Is Missy Hyatt there, too, by any chance?
Maybe. I don't know. They are refusing to work this event because
they are refusing to work.
Yes, they are
okay.
refusing.
Oh my God. That's bad when you got Missy.
When you got Sandman.
You got
denying.
Sandman refusing and freaking Sunny. Man, we're not perfect in this life. None of us are claimed to be perfect, man. But I don't think any of us has sent nudes to an underage girl.
Yeah.
I can say I have not sent a nude to an underage girl. That is dumb.
Now I got a
okay?
I
question
haven't
for
sent
you
a
guys.
nude, period, because
I've never sent a
my
nude.
balls just don't need to be on camera.
I've never sent a nude, period.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not
quick
doing
question for you
that.
guys. If you guys had the opportunity, would you guys work for this event?
Come on, Eric.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Even if money was being offered to you.
Well, actually,
Even
what was
if
the
money-
what's the money?
You
You
asked
give me $1 million, I'll do the
You
event.
asked me this question alone for the crown jewel situation, and my answer remains the same. It's not worth my soul, bro, to gain the whole world. This ain't worth my
Your
soul,
soul.
bro. I ain't perfect, man. Not one single one of us is perfect. I just want to reiterate that. I am not perfect. But I'm not gonna go on social media and sort out girls and like send inappropriate photos out to girls.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're underage. That's not cool. And then his whole excuse was he thought that she was 19 years old.
Come on, man.
It's
he,
like-
then he asked her what her age was at an event, and she was like 15.
Allegedly. I mean, I just think you got to be careful. We're gonna let the judicial system do its process, but like I said on one of our earliest episodes, okay, in this society with the Me Too movement and feminism running wild and everything like that happening, it's guilty until proven innocent. And the evidence is way too big. The Jay Lethal situation was different because that was a reach. And by the way, I haven't heard anything about that, Eric. Nothing came out about that.
Came out.
So, I mean, clearly Jay Lethal was proven right in this situation. But James Ellsworth, man, he's going to have to get some legitimate evidence that proves otherwise. He's being smart by letting his legal team handle it and whatnot, but I just don't think James Ellsworth is going to be credible even if this is cleared up, nobody's going to want to work with James Ellsworth.
MCW.
R.I.P. to his wrestling
Yeah,
his career.
6'9".
Let's move on to the three match of the day.
Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore guaranteed books on that pay-per-view.
Not sure if the
and Big Cass's nipples, not even him.
They're not.
So we were gonna try to make this podcast a little bit more friendly.
No, we can talk about nipples.
You know what?
Yeah,
we're the ring generals, man.
We got
Let's be ourselves.
So here's who's booking that.
Okay.
Just real quick, because I know you got the dream match.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna have, I got my dream match ready after that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good one now.
I don't have a dream match.
But
man.
you got on that card, you're gonna have Enzo Amore fighting Tekashi 6ix9ine, beta male bitch match. Right. And then you're gonna have Big Cass's nipples versus the actual Snapchat that James Ellsworth
Is Carmella gonna work that event?
sent.
Carmella can be the
Carmella's
special
gonna-
guest referee for that
Special
match.
guest referee via satellite. Though. She ain't gonna show up to that.
And you can show it in Saudi Arabia with everybody going crazy. All the men going crazy when they're not supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So big main event, and then you got Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz 4.
Gonna be bigger than Triple Mania.
Rip on YouTube. Rip on YouTube, man.
Rip up.
Oh my God, man.
You have CM Punk in an MMA match of that card too.
Oh my goodness
shit
gracious.
All right, so dream match of the day. I was doing a lot of thinking for this match since Bray Wyatt has returned over at this what is it? It was like a house show Starrcade that happened in WWE Network. Yeah, so Bray Wyatt is back, and I thought about looking at it, how his promos were done, and also his unorthodox wrestling style, and the way how he does his poses, and also the way how he does his promos. I can tell that he kind of emulated some of this when he raised like his arms like this. I can only think of another guy who does the same pose a little bit like this guy, and he would always close like his fists. I'm talking about one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, and also a guy who was very manipulative back in ECW, former NWA champion, former hardcore champion, former ECW champion. He is the Kurt Cobain of wrestling, Raven.
Shout outs to Raven, man.
It's a good match. You got a match?
Both manipulative. Yeah.
New Jack.
Come on.
Oh
man.
boy.
New Jack working that show for sure.
Yeah. New Jack ain't working no shows now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work
It's
New
better
Jack.
than Ellsworth. I'd rather have a guy that burst his brains into his own head and did like intravenous drugs daily,
Coke.
and have him team up with Sandman, who did
Unless
coke
it-
every day during every show, than have James Ellsworth on my show. I'm just saying.
New Jack, man. New Jack, if you have not listened to a wrestling shoot with New Jack, you have not lived life. Because New Jack will reveal some things to you that, one time New Jack said like he was coming down the ring and like he freaking bust the inside of his nut. Like, it went right through it went right through
Wait, why, man?
It went right through.
Can you explain exactly how that happened?
He
though?
said he was coming down a rail in the old ECW arena or somewhere, and like he came
just
down.
coked out
and,
of his mind.
yeah, I think he said that too. And he was coming down, and they were like getting down the ring. They were getting down, and like he was running down, and there was like this sharp edgy point, and he felt like some breeze or something. And he started noticing blood in the ring. And he was like, "You Jack, you're bleeding." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "I'm bleeding from my nut." And he was like, if that thing would have went 1 inch closer, because it got meat. He's like, well, 1 inch closer, it would have like got some serious.
I don't want to feel that.
Oh man, no.
That's a guy's worst nightmare, man.
Shit.
Getting their balls cut off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But who do you want? New Jack to face?
Especially by a rusty ECW
New
like
Jack,
edge.
hey man, give me New Jack versus that rail that almost killed his nuts. Like, give me New Jack. That's the dream match of the day for the Arcade J, man.
I thought you wanted New Jack versus Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, yeah, that too. But first off, he's got to settle the grudge match with the thing that almost ripped his balls apart.
New Jack versus Velveteen Dream. That's terrible.
That wouldn't be.
That
nah.
would not. No,
That's
that'd
not a
be-
match of
get
styles.
Stab him in the head like that. What was it?
Although Velveteen Dream is pretty crazy enough to go up against like.
What
New
was
Jack.
who was the guy that that ended up dying like a couple years later or something like that? The guy that like someone stabbed the guy. It was New Jack, I think, and the guy like bled out like almost all of his blood in the ring. What was
Jeez,
the guy's
man,
name?
what the hell?
You never heard this story before?
I've never heard this story, but I don't want to allege
his
anything
name was
that's
like the
not
Something
true.
Where the hell
Express or
was-
something.
where the
I
hell
don't
was
want to say
this?
anything that's not true.
No, this guy's dead for sure now, so we can't. He's not gonna get us right.
I got a good dream match: KFC or Popeyes.
KFC versus Popeyes.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're getting off topic
That's
here,
true.
but I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried that KFC chicken and waffles today.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good stuff.
It was good stuff. Man.
Making me hungry, dude.